Hi everybody, the I-CAN we're going to be working on today is I can change a fraction to a decimal. I have two examples for you. The first example is 7/20. And what I remember about decimals from elementary school is that every time you go over one place in the decimal, you go up by a power of 10. So when I'm looking at this fraction, I notice that my denominator can go into something that is a power of 10. So it's 20, so it can't go into 10, but I do see that it can go into 100. I know 20 goes into 100 evenly. So in order to change this fraction to a decimal, I want to get this denominator to be 100. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom out of 5 by 5. And on the bottom, I get 100. I'll show you how this helps us in a second. And then on the top, I have 7 times 5 is 35. So now when I look at this fraction, it's 35 hundredths, 35 out of 100, which is a way that we can say our decimal, 0.35. Remember, if you say that academically, it's 35 hundredths. So we got this bottom part to be a power of 10. And then we could easily just write the numerator in the correct spots behind the decimal point. So that's one way that you can change a fraction to a decimal. And this second example shows us another way. Let me delete this first one. Second example is 4/9. And when I'm looking at my denominator here, the 9, I see that doesn't really go evenly into a power of 10. I can't get it to go into 10. I can't get it to go into 100. I can't get it to go evenly into 1,000. So we can't use that method where we get it to be out of a power of 10. What we have to do is long divide. And you put the top number underneath the division sign, and we said the top dog goes in the doghouse. That's how we remember that. So the 4 will go underneath here, and then the denominator goes outside the doghouse or the division bar. So we're taking 9 and we're dividing it into 4. Well, 4 is smaller than 9, so 9 will not fit into 4. I need to add a decimal point 0 onto the 4, and now 9 can go into 40. The reason I'm allowed to do that is because the 4.0 is the same or equivalent to 4. So I can add on as many zeros after this as I want, and it still doesn't change the value. So 9 goes into 40 4 times, and then I multiply. 4 times 9 is 36. So I take away 36 to see how much I have left over. I have a remainder of 4. So I'm going to keep dividing. I'm going to add another 0, bring it down. Okay, how many times does 9 go into 40? 4. 4 times 9 is 36, minus 36. 40 minus 36 is 4. Add another 0, bring it down. Okay, you can see that every time we take 4 groups of 9 out of this, you're going to be left with 4. So it's going to keep going in the same pattern. You can see that we'll have 4s continuing on forever. Our last step for this is to put the decimal straight up into the problem, or into the answer. And we say whoop to help us remember to put the decimal point straight up. And our answer, I want to write it, my final answer, with a repeating bar. So it'll be 0.4, and that repeats. So I put that line right above the 4. Okay, I hope this helps. We changed fractions into decimals.